focus on?
Name of university still matters because where I work right now, and we were discussing about how they hire people. So they said they compare the name of the universities before checking, giving a chance. I'll be genuine with you. It's kind of difficult currently. So I have seen my friends struggling currently for job. I've just landed and he's just bombarding everything on me. Why did you come here and everything? I was like, okay.
Just shut up. Take me to my home.
I was scared. I was like, okay. But if you do a specialization degree, it's kind of easy to have a job rather than doing a generalized degree.
Maybe not easy, but easier.
If you are looking to study abroad, then watch this full video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated.
Hi Ishwari, how are you? Good to meet you, good to meet you. Thanks for coming, and we are meeting first time, so I couldn't recognize you. I was like, okay, there's somebody there. The reality that we are having in UK, and maybe things have also changed a little bit with time, maybe better off or worse off now.
I'll be genuine with you. It's kind of difficult currently. So I have seen my friends struggling currently for jobs.
So it's difficult.
Yeah,
but we'd like to understand slowly more about the difficulty and how you're trying to navigate it. But let's start with a bit of your introduction.
I'm Ishwari. In India, I was working as a QA automation engineer.
Just tell us, where are you from in India? Make it real for us,
I'm from Pune, Maharashtra.
From Pune, Maharashtra, okay.
So,
and what did you study in India?
So I have multiple fields experience. It's I did my undergrad, bachelor's in electronics and telecommunications. So I'm electronics engineer.
So you did a BTech,
as well.
4 years BTech.
4 years BTech. But then I got job in IT as a automation engineer in Pune itself. So I worked there for 1.5 years.
1.5 years as a QA automation engineer.
Yeah, a lot of coding and stuff happening there. Then I decided I can't sit in front of the laptop and do the coding entire day because it was kind of stressful, and my job was remote as well.
So job was remote.
So it wasn't my office
because you
was
of course
in one
were
place.
also in that time period where COVID was there. And
I think COVID got over. I mean, it was there. Everything was functional.
Yeah.
But I think they still decided to keep it remote. But then I did work there. It was a good company. But then it was obviously not aligning with my future goals. So I wanted to pursue masters.
Right.
I wanted to go abroad, study abroad. Little did I know how difficult the journey would be.
Yeah.
But I decided, and then marketing. I mean, I wanted to go in management kind of a field.
Right.
But I got this suggestion from my consultancy that if you do a specialization, it's my opinion, it might differ. But if you do a specialization degree, it's kind of easy to have a job rather than doing a generalized degree.
Maybe not easy, but easier.
Easier.
Because nothing here is easy.
I mean, I would tell you afterwards how to get a job in UK. So I had applied to 5 universities here. I got acceptance by Leeds and Birmingham, and there were 2 or 3 more. But then again, my consultancy suggested to choose a location which is near to London. It might be easier for you to get job if you are closer to London. That suggestion was, it's okay. If you are far away, it's fine as well. Then I came here. Previously, I haven't been abroad. I haven't visited any country, and this is my first experience coming alone with, I think, 77 kgs of luggage. I had this big, huge bags, and I did it all alone.
Everything.
They didn't do. My mother was like, okay, take 3 bags, and they were like, okay, you can do it. And I had this. I can't tell you. I had this bungee ropes. I tied them the 3 bags, and I was pulling them throughout the airport. Even then, air hostess saw me. They were leaving from the airport. They helped me to pull those 3 big, huge bags. And I was like, I can't do this. At that moment, I was like, this is so difficult. And then
just your welcome was made pretty difficult.
Very difficult. And then I had to get a cab, which was again a difficult task because when they know you are a student and you don't know anything about UK, they just charge you a hefty amount. I was ready for that. Okay, let them take money. At least let me reach to my accommodation. But then the driver started rambling about how difficult it is in UK and how immigrants are doing bad stuff in UK.
You just landed.
And I've just landed, and he's just bombarding everything on me. And why did you come here and everything? I was like, okay.
Just shut up. Take me to my home.
I was scared. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, just let me be at my accommodation. And I went to my accommodation with those 3 bags, and then I saw the room. It was looking good
Yeah.
in the pictures, but when I went there, it was a very tiny room. And
Yeah.
I was like, I felt claustrophobic in
Yeah.
that room when I went there, and I felt like it's kind of a
At
coffin.
Pune, you typically have bigger homes.
Big homes and
Yeah. Even the hostels are decent big.
Yeah, and the well, difficult problem is the windows don't open here,
Yeah.
so there's no like a lot
Ventilation,
of ventilation
yeah.
here. So it was difficult. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any relatives here to like even consult or
Right.
go to. But then it started. I was one day late, and I didn't even know how to catch a bus.
Yeah.
Luckily, there was this group chat of students.
Students,
and
yes.
So I asked them, and they told me how to catch a bus and everything. Even then, so when you come here, you come with a Forex card. So
Yeah.
I didn't have much of a cash as well. When I went into the bus, it was not tapping
Tappers,
and then I had to borrow money from someone. The first day was very
It
difficult.
was very difficult.
And then comes when you have to buy stuff for everything, because I didn't have much of utensils.
Yeah.
I just came with my clothes. I don't know why, but I didn't get much utensils. I went in Sainsbury somehow, like second day. It was raining and umbrellas don't work
Oh.
here. I realized that day because it
The
was
wind takes
taking
them, yeah.
it was taking me also. So that was
I can
difficult.
imagine you.
Yeah, I was like going back, like, okay, can't, okay. I was like, okay, I was motivating myself, and oh, yeah, I can do it. Then I went to Sainsbury, and this most stupidest thing I can do is I got lot of stuff, and I thought, obviously, when you Indian, when you are shopping, you have your friends with
Yeah.
you and to carry stuff and everything and help you in that. I bought everything, and then I realized there's no one with me to carry that stuff.
Yeah.
And Uber don't accept
Yeah.
Forex cards. So I have to.
You had the experience of carrying 3 luggage bags.
Then
You enjoyed it so much.
Heavy workout session that whole week. Then
Yeah.
then I again took a bus. I was, carrying that luggage and then stopping and putting it down, and it was like I was so embarrassed. But here is one thing: even you fall, even you do anything, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
There's no judgment.
There's no
People let you
judgment.
be. You can be whoever, whatever
yeah,
you want to
exactly.
be. You had a crazy
Yeah,
time
crazy
coming into
coming here.
UK, coming into Birmingham. But just tell us, which university did you pick? What course? When did you start? When did you finish?
So I picked University of Birmingham,
yeah.
because obviously its ranking was good, and even the course I wanted to do. So I was checking modules and everything, and the modules which was there in University of Birmingham were comparatively better than other universities. And I particularly liked that. So they have this thing, like when you have to do a dissertation in second sem, they had an option of doing company projects. So
Okay.
you get like live experience with like actual companies, but there's criteria of grades and everything for that as well. But yeah, you have to apply
So which
for
program
companies.
did you pick specifically?
I did like masters in marketing,
Masters
and I
in marketing.
started it on September 2023, and it ended September 2024.
So it's been 1 year since you completed. What I understand is there is also like 2 kinds of courses. There is also marketing, and then there is
Yeah,
strategic marketing.
Strategic marketing.
Why did you pick marketing and not strategic marketing?
I mean, yeah, exactly. The modules I wanted to pick were better here, and there was this branding and everything. And strategic marketing, I wasn't like exposed to that. But like genuinely, I didn't know there was strategic marketing. I thought if I took generalize or something which is more generalized, and I was new to that field. I didn't
Right. Because you didn't
know
have
much.
background in
Yeah,
marketing.
I was
Right.
like an IT engineer, so I
Right.
didn't have much of a background there. So no one to even guide as well to
Yeah.
pick a course, and it was like everything was at last moment, like course, everything, applying and stuff.
Right.
So I was like, let's go with this. But at the end of the course, when you are doing the company project, you kind of work together with them for a company. So I think it was kind of similar
Yeah.
to modules for strategic and marketing as well.
So it's a similar program, not very different.
Yeah, I didn't feel that it was.
Couple of questions that we wanted to kind of ask you that,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel your time in Birmingham? Do you feel it was a good choice, or would you consider, London as a better location?
I mean,
So, guys, let's take a small pause and let me tell you that I counsel hundreds of students looking to study abroad every month. And I am here to help you guys not just with understanding your profile, which country or university is the best one for you, but help you through the admission process. And me and my team will get you your visa on time. And if you want a one-on-one counseling session with me, please go into the description. There is a link to my Calendly and you can book a one-on-one slot with me. And let's get back to our video now.
I think Birmingham is like, if you cautious about money and spending,
Right.
then Birmingham feels like a safer option because it's in the middle kind of a thing with expenses. London is very expensive. It is said that you need money to breathe as well in London. So
Nothing
yeah,
is free.
nothing is free. It's very expensive, transportation and everything, and even the rent
Is
so
higher.
yeah,
Especially if you want to live closer to your university, otherwise you'll have to live very far away.
very far away. Yeah.
Right.
I did I got acceptance from Queen Mary as well
Yeah.
for branding or course.
Right.
But I thought the expenses were too high and I couldn't, like, I was like, I can't afford this
Right.
much of expense. So I chose University of Birmingham.
From an economic point of view, you're saying that Birmingham was definitely a better choice because it is cheaper, both tuition-wise.
Comparatively
yeah.
cheaper.
It is not cheap.
It's not
It's
cheap.
cheaper as compared to London.
London, yeah.
And that's why you made this choice.
Yeah.
How about, in terms of quality of education, do you find it any different?
Like,
As
in what
compared to your
sense?
friends, you might have friends who might have studied in different universities.
So basically, like, when it comes to like education and finding jobs, my genuine opinion would be, when you come here, take experience, because everyone does the degree and you have a lot of competition here. So what differs is, no matter which degree or course you choose, have practical experience here or like get volunteer experience so that you can gain actual idea of the landscape, because books can't teach you much.
You need to have practical understanding
Yeah.
of what you are doing.
What you are
and
doing,
otherwise
like
it's-
connect with people, ask them how it's here, like what do they do for work, how do they do it.
I think people are working here. Maybe we go further up and see. Saying like quality of education is pretty
I mean,
much
it's similar. I
So
feel
it's not
it's
that
similar.
different.
Yeah.
And more importantly than the degree and the university, what matters is your skills, and
Skills,
your
yeah.
experience.
It's definitely the
So
skills.
that is what one needs
I
to
mean,
focus
name
on.
of university still matters, because
Yeah.
where I work
Yeah.
right now, and we were discussing about how they hire
Yeah.
people. So they said like they compare the name of the universities before checking, like
Yeah.
giving a chance. They might have you might have same skills as others, but university names still matters to them.
Right.
Like if you're from Russell Group, they'll go for Russell Group first.
So of course it gives you credibility.
Yeah, it gives
that
an
you are
edge,
in a good
yeah.
university with good peers, good
Yeah,
faculty.
yeah.
That definitely adds to your
Yeah,
credibility.
yeah.
But that's what it is good for. But unless you have skills,
Yeah, unless
it's
you
not,
have skills,
it's not going to be of that much
That
more
much
value.
more.
In terms of opportunity, do you feel London has better opportunities versus Birmingham? What is the trade-off? Coming for a cheaper studies or going for maybe slightly more expensive, but
See, it all
an area of
depends
more opportunity.
if you are willing to spend that much, like stay in London and
Yeah.
with all your expenses, food, rent, and everything. If you're ready to do that, like go for London. But it's like if you can have a big amount of salary in London, but it's not enough. I mean, the smartest option, if you are lucky, is like get a remote job in London and shift somewhere else.
Just live
and
some.
like
Yeah,
with
I've met
that
a few
salary.
people who are doing that. One
Yeah.
guy, he met me in
My
London.
friend is doing that,
Yeah.
so she has a job in London, but she stays Birmingham. with me,
Birmingham, yeah.
in
Yeah, that guy is
with
staying
me.
in Southampton and working in London. Comes once in 2 weeks to
Yeah, so
just-
that's like, if you are extremely lucky, then
Yeah.
that's the better option.
Is it easy or very difficult or easier to be in London and find a job in London, or you can do that remotely as well?
It doesn't matter where you are to get a job. Like same amount of struggle, no matter in which location you are, you'll need the same amount of struggle. It doesn't matter if you are in London or you are in Birmingham. So you can. If you are applying for jobs in UK, you have to be in UK no matter.
Yes.
And willing to relocate basically on your
Right.
job location. But I don't think it matters much that if you are in London, you have to do the same amount of struggle.
You have to do the same amount of struggle.
Yeah.
We understand that you were in India, studied engineering, was working in QA, wanted to go into management. You said, okay, I want to try out marketing. Would it have been better that you had tried to get some either sales or marketing experience in India before you came to study marketing here? Do you think that would have been helpful?
I don't know how it. Always there is CAT and everything, and I wanted to give CAT and everything, but my goal was to study abroad, so I didn't explore that
Right.
much. But IIMs are. I mean, it gives you a good exposure. But what I've seen from some of my known people that they have to work in sales. Even if you are from IIMs, you have to go into sales, and then they give you creative jobs. And so I thought I didn't want to do sales.
No,
I
IIMs
wanted
don't
to-
test creativity.
Yeah.
IIMs are only testing your analytical
No,
power and
after
language
like
skills.
when you
Right.
go into even if you
Yeah,
crack
so if you're an
CAT,
IIM grad, you don't know that
Yeah.
are you creative or not.
Yeah,
So
even-
you have
yeah.
to firstly probably understand
I
customers,
agree.
and
Yeah,
that's why sales leading to marketing is a very
yeah, I mean
usual.
in India it's like sales leading to marketing,
Right.
but here it's kind of different. Like they have specific roles for sales. I mean obviously they work together, but they have like specific roles and everything for sales, and like marketing is purely creative and strategic when you go into marketing.
So tell me
here.
this part then, now we've covered your education, we've covered decisions like University of Birmingham as a city, compared it to London. We now want to look at in a way that, just to understand your professional outcomes. If you work part-time, if you did any internship, volunteership during your studies,
I was hoping for that question. And I wanted to answer that question because I wanted to express my journey and
Yeah.
like tell genuinely to the audience like how
Here
it
you are.
is.
So if you like this content, please subscribe to our channel and I will see you all in the next video.
So how I started when I landed here, my first goal was to get a part-time job because that's what I've heard from people. Like you have to give interviews to like just serve food and everything, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I have
Right, it's 3 a.m.
I mean at 3 a.m.
yeah.
I mean my father still said to me that don't do that job. Juggling with two jobs there, like one that cleaning job and this was what for my experience. It was a good decision, and even if someone comes here, I would say if you want to find job or some like later after your course, first do something volunteer, like gain some experience. If you are not getting any part-time in your particular field, at least upskill.
Because see guys, it is so important what Ishwari is saying is because